Today's session is about this. Today, I'm going to speak about the great neurologist, Dr. Anita Harding, and the moderator will be Dr. Ajith, sir. So, remembering Anita Harding today, actually, uh, first, let me tell about the introduction about her. So, Anita, her full name is Anita Elizabeth Harding. She was born in Birmingham in England on September 17, 1952. So she was brought up in Birmingham and she was educated at King Edward VI High School for Girls. From the childhood itself, she is an avid soccer fan and supporting West Bromwich Albion, and she has more interest for music and travel. So she retained it throughout her life. Uh, Regarding her medical school, so he had completed her undergraduate at Royal Free Hospital of School of Medicine at London. So during that time, that period itself, she was completed her MBBS at 23 years of age. So from her undergraduate, she has had very high interest in genetic diseases of nervous system. So it was mainly kindled by the then head of the neurology at that hospital, the Professor P.K. Thomas, that is Peter K. Thomas. Later, they both married in 1977. So then she completed her MRCP at 1977 and her master's in 1981. So regarding neurology, her neurological interest from early age itself, she had interest in neurology, such that during her undergraduate itself, during elective period, she got selected neurology as the elective posting and had trained in Montreal General Hospital. So after completing her master's, he took residency at National Hospital Queen's in 1982. So the among from the her main interest went into neurogenetics like hereditary disorders like ataxias like and all. So this foundation has come from her when she was joined as a research fellow in Patrick Catter's Clinical Genetics Unit at the Institute of Child Death in University College of London. So that time she started initiated studies of inherited ataxias, paraplegias, and peripheral neuropathies. So during research fellow time period itself, she has done thesis about the classification of hereditary ataxias and later she has published it in 1854 as a monograph. So in 1983, her classification of hereditary ataxia and paraplegia has come in Lancet Journal in May 21st, 1983. So it was later widely accepted classification and followed in multiple international level. So she also compiled it and published a monograph at 1854 as a own book titled Hereditary Ataxias and Related Disorders. So from after completing her after joining residency, then during a sabbatical leave, she went to US. She also get trained in molecular genetic techniques. So she visited labs in famous labs in USA like Atardis SAS lab and James Cusella lab and Alan Process lab. So on return from USA, she established the first molecular genetic neurogenetics research group in Britain in 1985. She's the one first established it, and she also founded basics for neurogenetics in Britain actually. So after completing her residency, she immediately joined the University College of London at Queen's. So she was a pioneering neurologist at the UCL. So after her research uh, training, she quickly rose to senior lecturer in 1986 in UCL. She was a uh, very consistent and very fast in reaching the heights actually. She became the consultant neurologist in 1987 and she was selected as a fellow of Royal College of Physicians in 1989. And she became the professor of clinical neurology and head of the neurogenetics in 1992. And the special thing about this is she's the first woman professor in professor of clinical neurology in Great Britain. So she also one who founded neurogenetics research unit at University College of London in England. She also started integrating genetic testing into clinical neurology. So from 1985 to 95, she had achieved greater heights. So had led the main important things that he had achieved are discoveries in mitochondrial myopathies like hereditary ataxias and discovery mutation of Leber's hereditary optic neuropathy and dystonias, and her researches in dystonias, familial amyloid polyneuropathy, and her researches in trinucleotide repeats in degenerative neurological diseases. So the main he's more interested in ataxia. She had run main research about that, and she had given a good classification. So it was followed international level. It was mainly about the classification of spinocerebellar autosomal dominant spinocerebellar ataxia. She classified it into three types: autosomal dominant, type 1, type 2, and type 3. Type 1 is associated with pyramidal and extrapyramidal features along with cerebral signs, and type 2 is associated with pigmentary retinal degeneration, and type 3 is mainly with pure cerebellar ataxia symptoms. She also has given a diagnostic criteria for Friedreich's ataxia, according to her. So the really must criteria, primary criteria needed for diagnosing Friedreich's ataxia is autosomal recessive inheritance and the age of onset before 25 years, progressive limb ataxias with absent tendon, reflex, and extensor plantar, and evidence of axonal sensor neuropathy and dysarthria. So there are also other secondary and additional findings associated with this criteria is made proposed by Friedrich, and it was followed uh, accepted at international level, and it has lead to a main game changer in the identifying genetic attacks, Friedreich's ataxia, and other genetic disorders. So another one important thing is her greatest discovery is the mitochondrial DNA research. So she, along with her colleague Ian Holt and John Morgan Hughes, they were the first to identify the mitochondrial DNA mutation in human disease and the concept of tissue heteroplasmy. So it is a groundbreaking study, and it was published in Nature Journal in 1988. So it was the one that revolutionized hereditary neurology. They found the mitochondrial cause of mitochondrial mutation causing disease. The first one, so they found how they found it. They took muscle biopsy of multiple patients suffering from myopathy, and they found that from that muscle biopsies, they found the deletion in the mitochondrial DNA mutations associated with it. So it is a one groundbreaking study. So that was published in 1988. So another one thing is also they found that Kane-Sayre syndrome and its relation to the mitochondrial DNA deletion or duplication. So this was also found by these people. So this also turned to be a great achievement. So this group also identified the mutation MT-ATP6 mutation. So it was the first mitochondrial mutation associated with the Lake syndrome. The same mutation, they first named the disease as not, that is a neurogenic weakness ataxia and retinitis pigmentosa. So later this mutation is found to be associated with Lake syndrome also. So So she has achieved many heights. Actually, she has found many things in short period of her life. So, but when seeing her personal life, she's having both good vibrant personal life, and he's very good in academics also. She married her colleague P.K. Thomas at 1977. She had personal interest in skiing, rock music, mountain biking, trekking, and also carpentry. She used to tell in on has in on news told like that. Believe that she could be a good carpenter if not a doctor. So she had a very good mountaineering passion. So she used to on her vacation, she used to go to mountains in Swiss and French Alps and used to climb that. So she saw science and climbing as some parallel pursuits. And she used to tell that she found clarity and peace in nature, that it helps to motivated her much. The friends of her still used to recall her as poetic stories of alpine, used to recall her with poetic stories of alpine treks. So she also had good interest in literature and travel. She used to travel much, and she loved the 19th century novels, ethics, and philosophy. She used to teach about the illness with the concept of literature, and she also enjoyed blending work with travel and discovery. So she used to term herself as a wobbly doctor. She is a person with great charm and wit. She's like sometimes she used to attend multiple academic sessions, and one is most of the times from the academic sessions she used to go out with fellow lady professor. When somebody asks why you have when she used to tell when the going gets tough, the tough go shopping. She loved much shopping, go for shopping, and she used to go with colleagues. Sometimes he used to miss the from in between the academic sections. He used to go most of the time. Like, but she's also interested in being like this, and she has published many journals and many things. So her mind process, her thought process is like he's so even in this some enjoying period or some happy period, she used to think about everything, and she used to turn that ideas into research and everything. So the another one example is she's actually she loves night outs. Actually, she go for night outs with her colleagues. She used to outring everyone in the night outs, and she has an ability to and in the that ideas generated in a blur. And next day she used to while traveling to home with in flight she used to type in the her laptop and write papers and do research things. So she's the person who can this is some exemplary thing, and she can turn out into scientific milestones. She's doing both corners of the life. She managed that with very efficiently. And regarding her married life, she married P.K. Thomas, and he is also a great neurologist at University College of London. He is specialist in peripheral neuropathy, and he has published many journals. As a couple, they have had a vibrant life. So they have separate intellectual contributions that attracted large audiences, and they tend to be a legendary people in that UCL London. So they have played an important role in the founding of European Neurological Society. So with P.K. Thomas also he has done many research. With P.K. Thomas he described hereditary motor sensory neuropathies, hereditary spastic paraplegias, like X-linked recessive bulbospinal neuropathy, and multi-system disorders with cerebellar involvement. So as a couple they combined and they published many things about the mainly regarding neuropathies and paraplegias. So she actually lived a life of full of purpose and principle. So not to, she alone not excel. She also supported other women also to in science and motivated others to become other women to excel in life. So she also a very empathetic person, and so she's more known for very patient-centered care. She is very so there is no deficiency in patient care. She is very advocate for precision and empathy in medicine. So, and coming to academics, she is a membership of actually three groups of World Federation of Neurology. The main one thing is about the group of inherited ataxias. She was the chairman in that group for a decade from her age of 31 itself. That was a great achievement. Actually, from young age, she has become chairman. She was also a editorial. She was on editorial board of 10 international journals. One of the main renowned journal was the Brain Journal. So where we can see her wisdom and good humor sense in if you read her articles. So she has delivered global lectures actually, and she has edited and co-authored three books on neurogenetics. She also contributed multiple chapters for nearly 50 books. She is also considered the leading authority in neurogenetics, and she has authored over nearly 200 research papers. So one Indian who went to ACL and now working there, Kailas Bhatia, renowned professor. He also worked with her. He told he's a movement disorder specialist. Actually, when he went to University College of London, she had some strong interest in ataxia. So for further clarity on this disorder, he had an opportunity to work with her. Under her, he worked under Professor Anita Harding, and she used to tell the experience he worked with her, and he used to describe her. She's a great mentor, and she learned many things from her. So she has achieved many things in Scotland, but her life is very sad. She died at her age of 42. She was diagnosed with colorectal cancer in early 1990s. She passed away in September 11, 1990 at a very young age of 42. Till her death, she continued to mentor, and she was publishing journals till her death. So on learning her terminal condition, she faced her illness with very great courage. On learning her terminal condition, she used to tell, at least the smiling face, at least I won't have to buy Windows 95. In such a way, she faced her illness and death with courage. So, seeing Anita Harding at a very short period of time, at a young age, she has very determination for the neurology, and she has done a great groundbreaking researches and has published many international journals. And so, from that, it has made a foundation for new further generation neurologists for evolving to classify, disorder, and identify to know more about neurogenetics. So it is a great achievement done by her. So, she is regarded as the greatest neurologist in Great Britain. So in 1996, he was posthumously awarded the prestigious award, the Association of British Neurologist Medal. She was awarded in 1996. So for honoring her, till now, that annual lectures and awards are conducted at University College of London. Annual lectures are given in to honor also in 2019. Most of our journals are published in Nature journal. So that journal, they have found a typo and they have named it under her name. So this is the ABN medal. It was awarded posthumously at 1996 for our great achievements in 1996. So from recently, this European Academy of Neurology has started Anita Harding Award Lecture from 2025. So it was considered to celebrate women achieved in neurology. So they have started uh, yearly presidential symposium with under her name, that is Anita Harding Award Lecture. So June, it is going to happen in June 22, 2024 in currently actually. Current speaker is Catherine Lubetsky. He's a French neurologist, famous neurologist. So, this is also done to honor her. And this is regarding Nature Journal. They have that typeface is the way of that writing style, like Times of Roman. So to honor her, they termed it as Harding's typeface in their journal for so what they are using for printing now. And then also that UCL Queen Square of Institute of Neurology has planned for an permanent memorial for Anita Harding at the new building they are building. So it is not yet open. Uh, they have recruited artists for making it, and they are planning to open it by the end of 2025. So what others tell about Anita Harding is she's an actually of brilliant mind and boundless compassion. So she was at both ends. She was fearless both at glacier and in lab. So she redefined neurology for a generation. So she's the pioneer in neurogenetics and role model for aspiring clinician scientists. So her legacy lives in our clinical practice and research. So it used to be the others used to tell that we remember Antar not for just what she did, but for how she made others feel. She valued everyone, valued, inspired, and she was an unstoppable person. So the famous quote by then President of ABN, Professor Mary Reilly. She worked with her in familial amyloid polyneuropathy. Anita Harding was her mentor. She used to tell, if I had to pick one person who was most influenced my career, it would be Professor Anita Harding. During her untimely death in 1995 at the age of 43, not only left a hole in Queen's but also for me personally. She was a role model for as a both clinician and woman in medicine. As a woman, she has achieved new heights in Queen's Care that had not been previously, and at no stage did she allow being female to limit anything she did. So that attitude has stood me well. Such a quote mentioned by her. So Anita Harding was the person inspired most. She's a person who achieved, who was the one who is her life was motivating every person, especially the woman in neurologist who was to achieve greater heights. celebrating Anita Harding as scientist, teacher, adventurer, and healer. Thank Nature. The Nature Journal, see, the hereditary attacks and main hair journals, everything was published in Nature only. So, yeah, that's very good. There's no classifications, uh, chart, CMT class, chart got married to external design. The people they hereditary peripheral Europe. Yes, thank okay, sir.